Hello, family and friends, and as always, my beloved veterans, it's Emilio Roman coming at you live from the Atlantic City, world famous boardwalk. And I'm joined by my good friend, co host, Umara.
Lodi. Hello.
All right, and the crowd goes wild. I love it. Hey, good to see you. I'm so blessed and happy that you're here with us.
Same here. Always my pleasure. I get
Thank
to
you,
see a
thank you.
beautiful sunrise with you.
Oh, yeah, I'm just catching this one right here. And I'm like, man, let me go ahead and bring this. Wow, look at this. I mean, you're watching this unfold. It's still right on the horizon. It's on the cuff. I don't know if it's allowing you to see it. Can you see it?
Yes, it's very,
Okay.
very clear. Yeah, it always feels
Wow.
like I'm there. And bless you for taking us to your beach every single day.
Hey, God bless. Yeah, hey, this is what I call the office. And you can tell I have my workout gloves to provide some sort of protection. Because, yeah, it's chilly. But, man, when you're surrounded around beauty, what, oh, my God. Oh,
Is that moon, the moon behind you? Is
What
that
is
the
it?
moon? Is the moon behind you as well?
Isn't that something? Look, the moon is there. And look,
Gorgeous.
it's like the best of both worlds, right?
So true. That's what you get when you wake up early.
Hey, early bird gets the worm. Hey, so I'm so blessed today. What have we got going on today? What's happening?
So I'm guessing that you're having another big slumber party today?
That's right. I told you my Facebook friends are real. People don't believe me. I got Facebook friends all over the world, and we actually get to play and connect while I'm playing in the sand here. Some of them are, off of some exotic island like Costa Rica. So we got two of them right now in the green room. Let me see. Oh, look what we have. We have Anilda Davila and we have Daniela. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring them on right now. One.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
All right, there we go. Hey, Anilda. Hey, how we doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good.
How about you, Anilda? How you doing? Can you talk? Yeah. Oh, okay. So it sounds like I don't know. I think you got to turn something off, or because
Does she have her mute on?
Yeah. Can you guys help her?
Do you have your mute on, Anilda? Don't mind me.
Yeah, her mute is on, so her mic
It
is
must be,
off.
yeah.
If you probably she's logged in with the phone. I don't know how that works, but probably at the bottom you will see the. Here you go.
There you go. Go.
I push mic, right?
Yes, you're
So I'm
good.
good.
Welcome.
A simple step. Buenos dias, buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Good to see you. We've been talking on the phone. I want to introduce you to Umara. I know you've been communicating with her.
I'm sorry that I'm a little bit look like a little bit far away, but this is my best way to set up the camera.
Yeah.
Because I'm learning about this. Anyway, what was the question? I'm sorry.
No worries. I was just quickly making the introduction with Umara because I know you've been joining the show and you've been loving it, and Umara's been reading your comments.
Oh my God, Umara is so instrumental for what you're doing. It's unbelievable. She's a great blessing, great blessing. I love to be part of this tribe, believe me. This is a blessing for everybody, for the whole global community, really.
Amen.
People that don't tune in at 7 a.m. in the morning, they don't know what they're missing. Let me tell you something. When my mentor, Austin James, talked to me about the 5 a.m. club, I said, are you kidding me? I worked for 35 years. You think I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning? When I had my child, you rush to get out of the house to take the child to the babysitter. I didn't have transportation during this time, right? So I rushed about taking 3 different kinds of transportation, and then get to work, and I had to be there at 7:00. I did that for too many years. So when somebody said to me, get up at 5 a.m., I didn't see the importance of it, because I was, like, I'm in my retirement period right now. So I'm enjoying retirement.
Amen.
But then after I got into this community, I realized that there's a lot behind that.
Yes,
And,
yes.
And before you don't have time to take the time to do the simple things that are meaningful in life, like meditate, like appreciate the universe with no sound in it. And that's what you can do at 5 a.m. in the morning. And also give you some more time to self-care, which is what most people concentrate on the physiology when it comes to health. I'm sorry, I'm a retired disciplinary educator for the School District of Philadelphia, and for 35 years. And then after I retired, I was faced with a difficult situation to deal with the diagnosis the doctor gave me for many years about clinical depression. So I had to research a lot about that. Even in my state of despair, I tried to do a lot of research about what was going on in my body, because I was not the person I was, I know myself to be. So out of that journey, I created what is called Mujeres en la Movida. It's a movement to keep community in Philadelphia be more aware about holistic integrated health.
Right.
And what I did was I tried to share with them my journey, my process, in healing what I was going through, because I didn't want to step the diagnosis from the doctor. I don't believe in conventional medicine. I don't even take even aspirin, Tylenol, or whatever they recommend. But I know that there are other natural herbs, another way of applying integrating nutrition as a science in your lifestyle that really can do a lot for your body, because your body has an innate ability to heal itself. So all you have to do is put the proper nutrients into it.
You know what? And I don't mean to cut you off. I forgot. It's my apologies. I forgot to let you know the format of the show. So we go, we share around, we keep it going, and we got comments. So we got people joining. So I apologize. We ask, we rapid fire. You know how I talk, with Boricuas do. So I apologize. Anilda, Daniela, because she's working. So what do you guys comment off of? Is there anything coming in for Anilda? And Daniela, what do you take away from from Anilda's message?
Daniela?
Well, first, we love Anilda. I remember meeting Anilda up on the rooftop in Philadelphia. You remember that Austin's event?
Yeah.
I don't know if
I love that place. Yes. I didn't have too much time to talk to you, because I was just flabbergasted with the place.
Yeah, so that was when we first met, and I just, we hit it off right away. It was great, and then from there, she joined Spiritual Fitness Survivor Edition, the first edition. And the rest is history. She's just an amazing, strong Puerto Rican woman.
Thank you.
I love it. Umara, what's going on? You got to bring me in. What's happening?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Emilio and Daniela. I like it. Emilio says his friends are real.
On my Facebook.
He's great enough to actually introduce all his friends to the world for us to communicate and connect with you as well. So welcome, Anilda. It's a privilege having you on the show. I'm just going to so Lionel joined as
Lionel.
And we have Angel Marie. She brought beautiful energy as well. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
So I really want to praise you for what you shared, Anilda. Thank you for all the work that you're doing and being vulnerable and sharing that what you went through. And you're absolutely right. As mothers, a lot of mothers can relate with it. The timing doesn't make any meaning anymore when you're raising a child. So you are used to waking up at 5 o'clock and sleeping late hours, and then it's like a inner clock that wakes you up again. So I understand that part. Also, I totally agree with what you say about. I relate with what you say about the holistic healing aspect of that. Body has a capacity to heal itself. I have my huge respect for all the medical workers and what they do, because in emergency cases, there's no way that a body can heal itself, like in case of heart attacks, broken bones. So I have so much respect for my medical workers. But I also encourage people not to go and find the fast cure in medicine, because sometimes the body is trying to tell you things. So I really, really relate on that fact. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, sometimes you slow the process. You slow the process what the body's trying to do by putting something else in it.
Exactly. Would you tell us a little bit more about what you mentioned before and explain on that, the things that you're doing in your life, the organizations that you're running, what you're standing for?
What I stand for?
Yeah, and the work that you're doing in the community.
Okay, well, when I decided to retire from the school district, I always been a person of service, you know, because I always connect with my community in ways that not too many people probably do. But I do things from my heart. I'm a heart-centered person. I never even looked at my paycheck during the my whole career, because when you do things with your heart, the rest will follow. You know what I mean? So I realized that because of an experience that I had in my childhood, I was in the role that I was at. So that was like a breakthrough to me. It was like Austin say, a flashpoint. I realized that I saw so much need in the community in Philadelphia when it comes to discipline, when it comes to issues like drug addiction and a lot of stuff. So I decided to, instead of being just in the classroom, I wanted to be in a position that I could be more instrumental in helping the community. So I advocated to create what is called a school climate coordinator, disciplinarian, and I performed that for many years. So I was instrumental in creating different climate programs in different schools. And that helped identify some of the issues that children show up with in the classroom, and the teachers don't really have time to address them because they're there to educate. They're not there social workers or therapists. So we do the best we can to remove the child, to identify what the issues are, and then follow the avenues that for the service that the child was needing at the time in order to function and be able to acquire the education that he was there to do. So I did that for many years, but in a way, I realized that I was doing that job because of my experience I had in the childhood. I really wanted to, make sure the children were safe, make sure they were taken care of with love, and their needs were addressed. But at the same time, I was neglecting my own life. So it came to a point that everything started rolling like a snowball in a run, and everything's got accumulated. And I went to a state of depression that I almost take away my life, and because I didn't know how to handle my emotion, manage my emotions. So it was very overwhelming for me, getting all these flashbacks from the past, things that were buried in my subconscious. Is that you said subconscious? Yeah. And then revealed to me, all of a sudden it was revealed to me, because I never knew myself as a sad person or depressed person. I was happy-go-lucky. I was the light of the party. Like, people will walk in, I didn't know this here, and I would just make everybody happy, like Amelia does. Just being there present makes you happy. So it was very strange to me. I didn't know what was going on with me. So
mind blowing.
In a total state of despair, I tried to find out what was happening, what was happening to me. I didn't want to take the diagnosis of the doctor or prognosis, whatever you call it, because it's my body. I have to take care of my body. And that's what I want people to realize, that they need to become ambassadors of their own health. They need to learn about what they're experiencing, what they're going through, diabetes, heart condition, whatever it is that you're going through, learn about it. So when you come to the doctor, it's a two-way conversation. It's not just one quick conversation, and you take that as a black and white thing. It's not a black and white thing, and it's your body first of all. So you know your body better than any other person, because they go by the symptoms and and what they know. But you know your body because you experience it and you live with it, and you carry it every day. Yeah. But most people do not focus on that. They just live their lives such in a rush. So in a way, this pandemic situation has brought it to a point that we have to step back and say, "Hey, hello, what's going on here? I might be affected by this." So I'm happy in a way, because what I was trying to do 5 years ago and trying to raise awareness about integrated holistic health, it just come to the surface right now, and everybody's being forced to learn about it. So I'm just like so happy about this, so Public Access about the idea that it's happening naturally, that people have to be more aware that they have to become ambassadors of their own health, otherwise they will be affected by this virus. I was diagnosed recently, which I have my speculations about that. I don't believe in any of that. I just believe that I have the inability to heal myself, and whatever is going through, I'm going to deal with it. And if it comes to blood or stuff like that, then of course I have to rely on conventional medicine, because that's what they're there for. They know more than you when it comes to other stuff. But when it comes to minor things like a cold, there's things that you can do, a headache and stuff like that, you can do to heal yourself. You don't have to rely on prescription drugs, to stop the process of the healing of your body. You need to rely on your knowledge about what's going on about your body and what you need to do about that condition that you're going through. So those two things you have to know. And so when I went through that depressive state in my life, that's what I did. I learned more about it. And when I came to the realization, I said, oh my God, so I've been doing this job because I was experiencing something in childhood that I wasn't even aware of. And that's what I made sure that the children are safe, because, I was sexually abused when I was a child. By relatives in my family. Sorry to say that. So it was very hard for me to deal with life. But at the same time, I know myself to be such a strong person. And I use music, that's another therapy, use music as therapy. And I always be singing or doing something to, to cheer myself up. I'm my own cheerleader, in other words. I'd be my own cheerleader. But so what I did was I used all that knowledge that I learned, and I wanted to share with other women, with my friends. So I started doing like home workshops. Then I ended up doing a workshop at senior centers and clinics and other places in the Philadelphia area. And then I did that for 5 years as a charity kind of work, because I was just happy to know that I was able to help others in a way that, I helped myself. And I ended up having being part of a landmark forum. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Philosophy. So they wake me to a state of mind that I could create an event, a wellness event. I was there because I wanted to publish my book. I wanted to publish my memoirs. But they said, no, you're going to do an event. You're going to do a wellness. And so I concentrated my time just creating that event. So it was amazing. And all the people that have helped me throughout those 5 years, what I did was I created like a 12-step model, modules that to show the steps to healing. What is the first thing you need to do?
Quickly, you have so much information. It's amazing. Oh my God. We're like, I wanted, no, it's fine. Amara, I'm sure people are commenting and asking questions. So can we get some of that and see who's on?
Absolutely. So Austin just joined. He's saying good morning. So glad to see Anelda de Villa on here. She has so much to give. And he's repeating what she just said. Become an ambassador to your own health. That is so powerful. And he's commenting, you are strong and resilient.
Thank you.
Yeah. We have anyone else on, Amara? Or
I see a bunch of people on, like, like little stuff.
Yeah.
I don't see the comments. So please do comment so that I can tell who's here. And I'm going to read out your comments because I value them. And we all value them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I mean, Anelda has been a teacher for all of us, and getting back to, I mean, I agree with her. I don't like taking medicine, and, even an aspirin, I used to not even want to take that for, pain or anything. I'd like to go the natural way. So that's what, like, all of us, I think, need to get back to. I was thinking about that the other day, like people are, with their diets and, what Amara's doing, it's like more back to basics, like get rid of the processed food and everything that we got sucked into being used to that's killing us, and then they're giving us all this stuff. And then on top of it, oh, well, now you have this illness and this ailment. Now you got to take medicine, and that just makes things worse, so we just need to get back to nature pretty much. And, like homeopathic ways and everything that Anelda's talking about.
Exactly. Lionel, wow, Anelda, that is awesome. How would this world be if this information was learned in school instead of learning based on what career paths they choose? And Austin says, so true. Look at all the options before you decide. And Anelda, you and Danielle have brought such powerful points. Honestly, with me as a human being, I used to run towards medication. For a headache, I would just go and grab an aspirin or a Tylenol. For stomach problems, I would go rush to the doctor, not recognizing what is the base cause of that problem. And as human beings, we're designed for comfort. We're designed for survival. We're designed for laziness and ease. That's what our brain does to us. And it's there to protect us from danger. Like in old times when the caveman was attacked, they would just go in survival mode to protect. But we're not there anymore, and we're more enlightened human beings now, and we can discover, get connected more to our body to understand what is causing that trouble instead of running and taking advantage of the medication. And for one medication, you have to take another one because that one has a side effect, and then you have to take another one. It's an never-ending loop. So very good points.
Yeah, we become guinea pigs because we want that quick fix.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your book.
Let me see how my hair looks. I just dyed my hair, and I'm not too happy with a bright color here.
Great. What are you talking about?
Okay. Tell me, what was that again?
I was going to ask you about your chapter in the book.
Oh, the chapters. Oh, that was such a blessing. Being part of Emilio journey, because when he asked me to provide him with a chapter of my book for his book, and I didn't even know the title of his book, and I already was working on my chapter to what I was going to submit, and then when I saw the title, I said, "Oh my God!" I just started crying because I could not believe how like everything coincided with what I was writing. It's incredible. So it's chapter number 16. It's called "Imagine Living de Espalda a la Vida." It's such a sort of I call it interactive title because, for example, if I ask you, what does that mean to you? Imagine living de espalda a la vida. What would you say, Umara?
Imagine living in what?
De espalda a la vida.
Is that Spanish?
She doesn't speak Spanish.
So that's an interaction right there, because you realize, hold on, why is this title in Spanish here? Is this his book in Spanish or in English? And then you open it and it's in English. But for some reason, I was given that title before I ever started writing the book. I didn't even know I was going to write a book. When I went to go to the depression, the doctor brought me a beautiful notebook that I still have it, and a pen, and told me, just start writing. That's all he said to me. Just start writing. And I did it because I think that's part of your therapy. One of the things that people need to do, they need to guide a daily journal about their thoughts and emotions or whatever they're going through in life. And I understood that part, but then I came to a point that I realized that I went back home when I was feeling a lot better, and I realized that I have been writing since 9 years old, since the incident happened. Wow. I was writing poetry, I was writing my life story, and I feel like crying. And since I was young, and I just started putting it all together.
Don't cry, cry, let it go.
I put it all together, and I said, how am I going to do this? And then I read, a family member came over, and I was sharing what I was writing, and she said, oh, you have to write a book. You have to put this in a book. And then I met Austin, and then he told me, you need to publish that book. So I'm on that journey now of doing that.
Who did you meet?
Huh?
Who did you meet again?
Austin. When I met Austin through an event.
Austin,
love you, Austin. My mentor, Austin.
Blessings. Cry.
My daily inspiration. He's my lifeline.
Cry. Tears of joy.
Yes, I know. Well, I've done that so much that I don't know if I even shed any more tears.
No, you're living on vibrant energy is what's happening.
Yes, exactly. That's the only way that you can make it. You have to tune into that love that is within you, the love that is downloaded by the divine to be there for you, and to rely on that for to get the strength that you need to face your daily challenges. But anyway, what was I at? Oh, the book, the Imagine Living de Espalda a la Vida. So when Emilio published the book, The Spiritual Fitness Survivor, I went to the launch downtown, and that was the first thing I did. I approached someone, and they were trying to buy another book, and I let them finish to see if they were buying or not, and they didn't. So I said, okay, this is my book. My chapter's in this book. Would you like to look at this book? And they said, oh yeah, really? Which one? I said, and the lady opened the book at the same page on my chapter.
No way.
Wow.
The same page on my chapter. And yeah, that's what I'm saying, that everything is just like scripted for you already. You don't have to worry about your life.
I love that.
I'm going to be talking about that. That's great.
And I said to you, and she got the same reaction you got, Umara. Whoa, in Spanish. I said, no, but it's in English. And I said, what does it mean? She didn't know any Spanish. She said, what does it mean to you? And the boyfriend knew a little bit of Spanish, so he was trying to translate. But that when you interpret something, and that's what most people do, he loses the translation. And that's what life is about. Sometimes we walk around in life having the wrong perspective of things, having the wrong understanding of things. And that's what I spent my whole life full of resentments because I have I decided to look at the negative things of what happened in my life instead of why did that happen in my life? What for? And that's what people should look at. They should look at, okay, this is happening for me, not why, but what for? What am I learning out of this? Because like people say message, it comes from that mess. The message comes from that mess. The mess that has age already.
That's true. You know what? I'm just so blessed. No, we're blessed. We're here. We're waiting on also. We got Austin. We got a family thing going on right here. Before I forget, let's all take a pic. Somebody take a pic of this because we may not. Okay, can someone take a pic of all of us? Put your hands up. Do something.
Hold on, I'll do it.
Oh, you do it? All right. All right, here we go.
Okay, I think I got it. I think so. Yeah, I did.
All right, great. I didn't want to forget. We also had Maria. She probably had a little challenge coming on, but look, I'm just so blessed how this all came together, and kind of the word is serendipity, right? That's what comes to mind, right? Like we don't plan these things, right? So it's like a pleasant surprise, but like you said, Anilda, it's already almost predestined, right? You just got to show up and don't resist. And
the whole thing is a circle, the cycle.
Yes. And talk about this. I want to know from Austin and Anilda. So I know that Anilda, you've worked with Austin, and are you going to be at Austin's event?
Yes, I'm volunteering at the event. It's an honor for me to volunteer. That's a privilege for me to be there. I have done a wellness expo, but I've never been to a live event that is. So I know I'm gonna learn a lot, and I'm gonna be surrounding myself with talented people that are, gonna be very impactful for me and for other people there.
So you're gonna be there tomorrow?
Yes.
All right.
It's gonna be a long weekend. I already prepared my mindset for a long weekend, and no long hours, but I know they're gonna be fruitful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Austin, are you ready?
I'm ready. I've been ready all year, and I want to say that what I want to say is that Anilda, I'm so glad you're going to be there, because what people don't understand is that when somebody like Anilda shows up, when somebody like Emilio, Daniela show up, even Amara is going to be virtually, you are all breathing into the event, and you're breathing into me, your energy and your love and your support. And I want to say that because that is what makes the event. And I become this just glorified facilitator where we just journey together. And I'm already telling people, I already know this is going to be crazy. Like things are going to be, because we are creating. Like this is version 1 of Flashpoint. It's some of the old work that I've done. It's the new work that I'm literally creating. I'm excited to journey with all of you, and we can just co-create in this beautiful space. And like Anilda said, it's being able to trust and being able to allow the divine to breathe through you and let it come out. And it's in that space that beautiful, amazing things and experiences happen. So we want to create an experience here. Even if you're virtual, we want it to be an experience, not just a data dump. So that's what we're working on.
Wow. I love the way you said that. We're going to let the divine, kind of breathe through us. I mean, that was just, I've never heard those words strung together, but it makes so much sense with the community that we're all part of. And I mean, at the end of the day, we're all part of the same fabric. And I'm being distracted by these beautiful dogs here. All right. Oh, they're on me. They're 2 little ones. I'm sorry.
Remember that when we were created, that's what was given to us, the breath of life. And that's all we are. That's what we need to connect to, that breathing that we emphasize so much these days about mindfulness and awareness, because that's all your life comes from that breath.
Did you breathe this morning?
It controls your physiology, your emotions, it controls everything. It's your spirit that controls everything. Yeah.
You were saying, Austin?
I just said, did you breathe this morning?
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. You know what it's called? Lee Holden. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Lee Holden, right?
I've heard the name.
Yes, deep abdominal breathing. So I have the different kinds of breathing that when somebody asked me how did I help myself out of that depression, that was my first step, learning how to breathe. Most people, our body breathes on itself. You know, we're not aware that we're breathing, unless, you know, like right now, I could tell you guys what is the level of your breathing, and everybody's breathing at a different level based on their emotions. Like if you're angry, you breathe differently. If you're sad, you breathe differently. So we have to be more and more aware of how we breathe. And when kids have some kind of problem, what's the first thing we tell them? Count to 10 or start breathing. You know, concentrate on your breathing. Focus on that breathing. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? Speaking of that, if you don't mind, Umara, we kind of jumped into it this morning. Would you like to take us into a breath? I think that's great.
That would be lovely. I'm just going to honor a few comments here first. Lionel says it's going to be a great show, Flashpoint. And Ivy says, good morning. I'm sorry, I'm late. Went for my morning run. So good thing, Ivy. No need to apologize. So we're going to start with the breathing. If you can all spread your arms and close your eyes and center yourself. If you're sitting, try to align your vertebrae on top of each other so that your posture is aligned and straight. And we're going to breathe in a deep breath with the count of 5. Hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release.
Wow.
Be present, be here, be grateful. Open up your eyes.
Yes, I definitely needed that. Thank you. I know I didn't complete that, but it's cold out here. But I'm so happy that I see everybody's there. Everybody looks so warm. Austin looks warm.
Well, I was just outside, brother, so I know. I just ran. I did my morning mile. I came back, and I'm with you, man. You got a better view than I do, though. You got the sun. I can see that sun coming up on the East Coast is always beautiful. It's just so vibrant energy. Yeah. So I love it.
You know what? Thank you for that, Austin. And speaking of vibrant energy, Anilda, I love using the word love. How she came up with this. Is that something that you got inspired with?
Well, let me tell you, when I was watching Austin's event on Facebook, and you guys were part of it, and that's how I met you guys. Then he referred me to what is called an iLead conference in Canada with James McNeil.
Mm-hmm.
So I was so impressed and so inspired by James also that I wanted to be part of his journey and learn more about him. I could see myself doing what James is doing, to be honest with you. I love what he's doing. And I was listening, and all of a sudden I'm always taking notes. I'm always writing. So I'm listening, and all of a sudden, for some reason, I'm thinking of imagine leaving the Espalda la Vida. And I said, but I'm no longer the woman on those pages. I'm no longer the Espalda la Vida. I'm going to talk a little bit more later about that title, because I was no longer living that life. I knew how to get to the other side. I learned how to get to the other side. So what I learned how to get to the other side was something that I was lacking, but something that we all have to give in order to receive. And that's living on vibrant energy. And if you look at the first letter, so I wrote down, imagine living on vibrant energy. And then I looked, and all of a sudden I said, oh my God, I cannot believe that I just wrote down and look what it spells.
Right. Yeah.
It spells the acronym.
LOVE.
Isn't that amazing?
And it's just happened. Flashpoint right here.
Totally love it.
Well, I'm loving it. You could say, I live on vibrant energy. I love.
Yeah, because imagine living the Espalda la Vida. I was refusing to face my reality of the life that I was living. I was refusing to accept that story that was given to me, that the family that I was born into. I was refusing a lot of things about my life. So I was like walking away from life. And then I realized that as I walked away from life, and you will see the cover, as I walked away from life, I was walking towards the light.
Can we see the cover? Anilda, do you have the book there?
I will. I wish I could. I didn't know how to use the technology.
Have to have you back on.
But I will post it on Facebook when this is finished or something. Nice. But I mean, unless you can wait, wanting to do something, I bring it back. I'll go and bring it back.
Yeah, if you have it there, how about this? How about if?
But it's a it's a famous painting of a man, and we altered the image because it's a famous image, and it's the image that is replicated by many artists. Anyway, it's a wooded area, because I remember that my first experience with pain, I wasn't even born. I was in my mother's womb, being beaten by my own father.
Nilda, you got me excited now. Why don't you go get it, and we'll read some comments. You got me all excited now. I want to read it.
I'm intrigued to know more now. You gotta find it. Get it now.
Because I haven't finalized whether that's the one or not.
I can speak on it. I've seen the cover, and for me, when I look at the cover, it's a simple cover, but it somehow draws you in. There's this I don't know. There's this dual meaning to it.
There's a child that I had to take care of, a father that was never there for me, that I was just telling you, that was beating my mother and left her wounded in the woods as a wild animal. And she didn't even know that she was pregnant of me. And that's what I realized, that my mother had this resentment, or this, I feel like I was treated differently by her. I guess because she had the resentment against her husband. So I guess indirectly she was taking that on me or something. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But the thing is that's the way I interpret things. But then I realized that at the age of 45, I was asked to take care of a man that I never met, which was my father. But out of the goodness of my heart and the grace of God, I had to close that chapter. So I wanted to, spend some time with this man that I never met. And he was a very handsome man and very, aristocrat looking person. So I never knew why he couldn't be in my life. But I never brought anything back about the past when I was spending with him. All I wanted him to, spend Christmas with me, for the first time, because I never had the feeling of what it was like to have a father. But then after I left, I took care of him or whatever, and I left. Then I learned that my brother was saying a story that she had beaten up my mother when she was pregnant of me. So when you read a part in my book, you will say, from the wound, I hear the cries for help. And that was me, I guess, because she didn't even know that she was pregnant. So wow. I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad that it happened when I was back in Philadelphia, because then my relationship with him would have been different, I would have those bad feelings that I didn't want to have. So, I realized that that experience gave me the best experience that you can learn in unconditional love. That I really understand what unconditional love is.
Nilda, you know what? I just want to say, now you have a family.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much.
Good point. Thank you for that. Yeah.
And I want to just honor Nilda here for a minute, Emilio, because I'm going to get back to work. I have a packed day. We are working on so many exciting things, and Nilda's going to be there talking about this more. I hope people are getting this, because here's what I just want to say about this, which I know personally right now. Nilda's story needs to be heard by more people. I know there's people that have lived things like this that still haven't discussed it, and the ramifications of not discussing it in a community or with somebody like Nilda can be detrimental, can be deadly. And I know I'm being very, very graphic right now, but I know what it can do inside of you if you don't get this out. And Nilda went down that journey, and she put pen to page, and she put this story in her book, not only for herself, but for the reader, for people who are going through this. So I just wanted to honor her, and I'm glad you had her on here today, and I'm eager to see her this weekend. So,
thank you, Austin.
Austin, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And so, Austin, thank you for coming on. Everybody, say bye to Austin.
Yeah, and we'll see you this weekend. Get your ticket if you want to join us. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Anilda,
yes.
very quickly, because as we're sharing your story, I thank you again. We had the Shine On coming on, and so we want to make sure. How can people get a hold of you?
Yes, anildadavila@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook, Anilda Davila. I don't know if I'm Instagram. I'm not too good at technology. I know I'm, Instagram probably.
Okay.
Mujeres en la Movida, MUGERESENLAMOVIDA V like Victor, IDA is my holistic integrated health group.
Yep.
And I also have a page. I have very different pages because I advocate for the environment because there's a relationship with our health and the environment. So I advocate for the environment. I have a Love Your Community KBC group, which is Keep Your Blood Clean group, and also Yoga Laughter, which is another therapy that we have to use to heal. You know, a smile in the morning and a smile at night before you go to bed.
No, blessings.
And learn how to smile, even if you have to force yourself to develop all that serotonin, all that stuff that you need.
Yeah.
To keep
I want
going.
you to stay on. I want you to stay on because I want to bring the shine on, girl. I just quickly want you to rapid fire with that. Stay on and let's see. I think she's been waiting forever, so I apologize. Is she still there? Hey, Shine, are you there? All right, let's bring her on. Guys, is she on?
Yes.
Is she there?
Daniela, you were
Oh, there you go. I had to click her on. My hands are frozen.
There she is.
Welcome. Welcome.
Look at that color. I love it.
It's radiant, right? It's radiant. Just like you were talking about.
Yes.
Good morning to Emilio and Danielle. Good morning. Oscar, good morning to everybody. Good to see you.
Oh, awesome. And I'm still learning how to do this. Can everybody see her? Is everything okay?
Yes.
Yep, we're good. Emilio.
All right. So you're in Arizona, and I'm over here. 2 different temperatures. What's the temperature there?
Oh, it's probably like 40 degrees outside. It's freezing to us.
Really? 40 degrees? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was like 110.
Oh, no. But it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning yet.
But you're right. I love it.
That's right for you guys.
So there was some good comments, and I know they love when you show up as well to the party, Angel. So what do we got going?
What do we got going? We got the Shine On Shake. Get it, everybody moving.
Okay, come on, everybody do the Shine On. Let's do it.
You know, and it's just like Anelda said, you know, it really is what you eat. You know, you are what you eat. This is the vegetables I ate last night. This is the chicken. You know, you really are what you eat. And right now in our lives, it's spiritually how we're eating it also. So if we're eating it, watching TV, being on the computer, I just want to send out to everyone, make sure that you're eating it and you're consuming what? When you're consuming it, you're consuming it with joy, because that's really what we're doing.
Wow.
Angel, I went to your Facebook page, and I was telling Emilio that I felt like a child again, and I loved it because I was singing that Shine On song. Oh my God, I love it. We have to do this.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know, and what you were saying about how the inside out is so true right now. But I really want to say something is, you know what? We get this, but I really believe that we might be, and Daniela, you know, you can agree to this maybe that we're like 10% of the population that really understands eating for the health, and then for the spirituality. I mean, but we are moving. This really helps us launch. Yeah, really good. So thank you. Yeah, it's all about energy.
Yes.
I love this.
The moment you entered the room, Angel, there's like a lot of love pouring in. They're appreciating your energy, sending blessings. Thank you so much. Ivy said, I tell people all the time when they're overwhelmed or in their anger at a high. It's difficult for people, but I just talk to my nephew. So my question to you is that once a person is in that low frequency or in the state of anger, you know, sometimes we forget. In the moment, we forget how to center and come back. What's the quickest way to come back to center?
And this, you're asking me this because you kind of were breaking up.
Yes, I'm asking you, Angel. Shine On.
It always has to do with the pattern interrupt. And to understand pattern interrupts are the most important thing. Be in that moment. I think that when you come from the heart, and you come from the heart, you come from the now. And to really, we're not going to remember to breathe when somebody, you're not going to remember that. You're not. The thing is, though, it's the pattern interrupts of being always in the moment. Because you know when it's coming, you can feel the energy, right? Everybody, you can feel the energy coming.
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting ready to be in an argument. It's getting ready to be anger, and to be able to just kind of step back. But yet, it's the pattern interrupt. It's the pattern interrupt. It's the pattern interrupt. To interrupt the pattern.
Yeah.
Daniela, I know Daniela had to say something. Daniela, please go ahead.
And all of your energy, and because I have to go, but Anilda, thank you so much. Your story is so inspiring, and you're going to help a lot of people. And Austin is right, your story needs to be heard, and you are a true example of forgiveness, taking care of your father the way you did, even knowing what
Oh, you froze.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daniela.
Thank you, love. Yeah, I think so. She keeps coming in and out. So let me go ahead and just exit, Daniela. Say bye to Daniela, everyone.
Bye, Daniela.
Bye.
Daniela. Bye. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you for that. The stories today, the back and forth. I mean, it's really is heartfelt. And the timing, right? There is a time. There's a shift happening in the planet. There's a shift happening, and just all around us. And I know that the pandemic, or whatever people want to call it, pandemic. I try personally not to play into that, because just like Angel spoke of, I can catch myself being attracted to that conversation, and that's because I used to be that guy. Like, I used to watch CNN. You guys know CNN, continuous negative news? Right? So I used to watch that, and I would love to want to argue every political, opinion, because I thought somehow I was superior, right? Isn't that how but it really said nothing about the person I was with. It was more about me feeling lack and needing something in my life that I had to feel like I had to argue every political point. So that's why this community has helped me grow, and I started, learning and connecting with people, because I love to connect. That's what I do naturally. But now it's different, right? There's that shift. Like Emilio, you got a lot of energy, just like Angel, but we have to know where we channel that energy, because I can easily go south. Like with me, just because of my history with drinking and drugging, the brain doesn't let me forget. It's called addict behavior. It's called addict behavior in the books of the medical books. So I have to be very careful with triggers. That there's certain situations that'll trigger me for a memory, and so that's so important with the pattern interrupt, right? That we have pattern interrupt, and for me, like a music, breath is the quickest way to really change your physiology. That's why I'm so grateful that I'm hearing this.
It's changing from the one hemisphere of the brain to the other one, and one of the techniques that I use with the kids as a disciplinarian was that when the kids came up anger or whatever, angry with to my presence, I would ask them, how old are you? Or where were you born? Like, I would switch it to numbers. I would switch the brain to be busy in something else, that whatever he was bringing to me. Or I come up with something that will change his mind, his thoughts.
It's genius, yeah.
Absolutely.
I came up with this little trick of when I'm feeling down. Of course, music helps a lot. Anilda also mentioned that Skyna has her own little song. So I play violin, but the biggest thing that I realize how to do pattern interrupt is smiling. Your brain cannot be sad and happy at the same time. So smiling cheek to cheek in front of a mirror, or just smiling on your own, and it just disrupts right away.
That is so true. So let's try something real fast for a minute. I want you to look up. Take a deep breath. And say, I am so depressed.
I'm so depressed. I like it. That was great. That was great.
It is so comical, but there's
Yeah,
no
it's
way.
great. Thank you for that. It's true.
And there's one more, and that's beautiful. I love that. And there's one more. Really putting your fingertips together. This is called the igniter, and it's true because what it does is it aligns the two hemispheres in your brain. Because your chakras, you have chakras in your fingertips, and you'll see speakers. So you keep balancing, so I'm being able to speak in a very deliberate manner. But this one is another one. It's just putting your hands. That pattern interrupt is so important because people do not breathe. It's very sad. People really do not breathe. They don't.
Yeah, the body does it by itself.
It really doesn't. And, that's why the diaphragmatic breathing is so important. And it's an easy, simple for us, but for you out there that are listening the first time, take a deep breath. Close your mouth and through your nose. Diaphragmatic.
Yes.
I agree, Angel. When I was going through depression, one of the things I would suggest to people that are going through something like that is to connect with their senses. Like if you go to visit a bakery, so when you smell, connect with your senses, and putting your fingers together is connecting with all your senses. You touch. So, and when you bring yourself to touch yourself, it's like an awareness. You come back to your body. You're not thinking about all that stuff that is clouding your mind, that is bringing you that gray cloud that depression is, and you connect yourself to your awareness when you're trying to do these days. Self-awareness.
Thank you, Nilda. And so before we go in the comments, like I love everybody's talking about the breath, and so for those folks at home that are saying, what is diaphragmatic breathing? What it is have you ever seen a baby breathe? Just notice how a baby breathes, and when they take an inhale, what happens is their bellies extend, the diaphragms, right? Their shoulders don't move. Most of us are walking around what's called dysfunctional breathing, which is shallow breath, which means that when you take a breath, just like Angel did. So, for example, if you're there now and you can, take a breath right now, just regular. See my shoulders? That's called dysfunctional breathing. Now, when you go ahead and you do it like a baby, you're going to go ahead and take it through the nostril, and your stomach should be distending. And then you exhale, and your shoulders should not move. So that is, and then I would like Angel to comment on that.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yes, because it flows down in the dopamine and the cortisol, everything. So everybody put your hands on your belly right here, move it in, out, move out. Don't even breathe yet. Just move the diaphragm. Get connected to the diaphragm. Most people are not understanding their diaphragm. Good. In, out, in, out. Now, close your mouth, in through your nose. Have nose hairs for a reason. So in through the nose, belly comes out. See the belly comes out. And then the breath out. Through your nose, out through your mouth. And then you move your stomach in. It's not a suck in. It's just a move in with the diaphragm. Again, let's do it one more time. Put your hands here, everybody. And breathe in through your nose. Belly comes out. And then out. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you. Because I know that there's so many different ways or styles, but that one's the best way for me. It's just breathing diaphragmatically helps me. And I tell people, like, I really believe this. It only takes one breath to bring you back to center.
Right.
But what I have experienced is you have to do it continuously. Otherwise, when you need it, like what I talked about the other day with the bicycle, and you said it earlier, Angel, like all of a sudden when that anger, that state comes, like the mind wants to go into fight or flight mode. You know what I mean? Immediately. So if you have been practicing it, like I know Umara does, like I know Anilda does, and I know you do, there's something where you have that micro moment where you like the brain wants to kick into, survival, and then you can go, wait, I have a choice here. But you gotta practice.
Reverses the work.
Yeah, amen. So you gotta practice.
I want to add 2 points to that breathing. That I just was reading something that you breathe to the capacity of 500 milliliters, something like that, but your lungs can breathe to 5,000. So if you consider that deep breath, there's something called Wim Hof. Are you familiar with that?
Yes,
Wim Hof?
yes. The Wim Hof method.
Is learning to deep, because most of your body is really oxygen. You know, most inside of you is really oxygen and water. Okay,
Yeah.
And I was gonna say the second point. I forgot the second point. You know, that's what happens when you advance in age.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. But yeah, you're speaking of the Wim Hof method.
Oh yes, remember. That is, people have to be aware, be mindful about breathing through the nose, because the mouth doesn't have. That's what happened with the pandemic. Now the mouth doesn't have any protection. It goes directly to your lungs, and this virus, if there's one out there, it will go to your lungs because you're breathing through your mouth. So learn to breathe through your nose, because it has all the mucuses and, you know, all this hair and all the stuff that it needs to really filter what's going through there. You know, there's a purpose for everything. God created an amazing invention with a creating human being.
Yeah, amen. No, this is so cool, and I know that anatomy physiology is my thing, and so I love when you mentioned cilia, which is those hair-like, you know, follicles, and they're there, like Anilda said, they're there to protect, you know, to take out some of the stuff that goes in, you know, the pollution that you really can't see. The hairs trap that, and when you blow your nose, there's congestion. That's why a massage is so important to help you drain out the lymphatic system. And like today, I can tell, I had a massage yesterday. For those of you who don't know, thank you, who don't know, massage simply, by the definition, is it's the manipulation of soft tissues, right? And so it moves things. And so a lot of people can wind up being sick after a massage, and they don't understand why. That's why they tell you, do not drink alcohol when you receive a massage. It's just because massage already dehydrates you already. So a good massage therapist will give you water immediately and will recommend that you continuously drink water, right?
That was my job after retirement, Emilio. I'm a body work practitioner. I'm a masseuse.
There you go. Have we got any comments?
You don't see this every day on CNN, so log into Academy. You get to learn a new thing every single day.
Amen. Amen. Any comments before we close the show?
Yes, Ivy says she's laughing out loud. She on the lookup method that Anilda shows. She's saying, look up and say, that's awesome. And she's laughing into tears right now.
Yeah.
And Daniel says, so true, Emilio. And I have our own pattern interrupt rituals.
Yes.
We will do something silly to make me laugh, and instantly our states will change.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
And Daniel says, I have a message scheduled later today with amazing Christian Agosto.
Christian Agosto. He's our co-author. Yes.
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 And she also says, breathing has been a lifesaver for me with my anxiety. It reveals that panic feeling instantly.
Wow.
And there's a lot of agreement for what we share. So thank you, everyone who has been hopping on and sharing. Ivy says, that's what the news does to people. It's a low vibration when you inundate yourself with negativity and drama and judgment. Like I said, CNN doesn't give you this.
That's right.
Thank you so much. What I would like to do, thank you for sharing that, Omara. I like, Angel, if you don't mind, as we transition and we're closing off here, I'm going to let everybody go around one more time. But, Angel, what's happening with this summit? Where are we? What's date? What's going on?
Well, we're excited. We really are getting very excited for this summit. And it's the Spiritual Fitness Summit. And it's December 20th. It's a Sunday. Yes. And this is going to be phenomenal because it's really going to be helpful for people to listen in for these stories of people getting through where they've been and how they got through it. And it's going to be a place where you can come, and it's a free event. And then we also have the VIP,
yes.
Absolutely, where you're going to get all kinds of great tools and get some free stuff that will help to really promote and really help you in your wellness, in your fitness, in your spirituality. And it's on December 20th. We're looking forward to everybody coming on, and we're really close to sending out some Facebook events and really sending out everything. It'll be today or tomorrow, or we'll get all of our copies and everything out there. We've got 20 amazing speakers. And yes,
Wow.
Mara, you're one of them.
Yeah, Mara's one of the speakers. Thank you. Yes. And I, you know, Angel's gonna be, you know, she didn't say it, but she's gonna be the MC and the co-host. And the
that would be great.
Oh, thank you, Anon.
I want to hear that song.
We're going to have to begin that. And, you know, all of these experts, all of these wellness experts and beautiful coaches and that heartfelt, what it's going to do is help to really to see your life and how you can get through those barriers. And that's what we're here for, is to help you get through those, that you know that you can have that confidence, that energy and that joy, because we're hardwired for it. That's what we want. So we want to help you to get there.
Yeah.
That's what this summit is about, that Emilio has put together. It's his vision. Absolutely. And I'm so excited for it.
Thank you for that. And we just fell in love with your energy and who you are and what you stand for. Anilda, go ahead and last comment. Any comments? Anything you want to share?
Well, I know that like you said, we're our brain is wired to survive, but we really have to make sure that we stay connected to our spiritual side, because we focus a lot on physiology, exercise, nutrition, and our mindset also. But we have to nourish also our soul. We have to nourish our spirit, and we have to stay connected to the higher source. We have to stay connected to our higher self, because that's the only place that we can get that peace that, the Bible says, that surpasses all understanding.
Mm.
And that's what abundance is all about. That's what happiness is all about. We need to choose to be happy. So let's be happy together.
Amen. The beautiful words. Thank you for that. And let's take a picture. We gotta take a picture. Go ahead. Somebody take a screenshot. So what I'm gonna ask my wife, first of all, Amara. Okay, so Amara's gonna do this. So all of us. Where are you, Nilda? Here you go. Come on.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you. There you go. Then post that up. That'll be great. So listen, everyone. Umara, did you go yet?
Sorry?
Did you want to chime in? Just before we close out.
Yes. Well, thank you everyone for joining. I really appreciate you joining. I really appreciate all the people who join in online. Daniela says Spiritual Fitness Summit, December 2020. No belief speaking on how it affects them this year, and will be 20 amazing speakers. Stay tuned. Co-host MC Angel Marie Monetary. Woo!
All right, guys and gals, and you know what? So my hands is frozen here. Can somebody take a screenshot of that? Take a screenshot of us. Ready? Go ahead. Ready? So all of us, let's do it again here. Let's do it again, Amara. Smile.
I took a screenshot on my phone. So
but let's go. We got to do this one.
Okay.
How are we gonna do this? Let me see if I can do it. Oh no, I cannot do it.
All right. Listen, we've had a blast, and I just got to make sure now, because everything came out really large here on my thing. So let me see if I can even exit us out. Okay, listen, we're just gonna exit. God bless you. Love you all. Thank you for sharing.
Have a blessed day, everyone. Love you. Love.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Shine on.
Bye-bye.
Shine on. That's right.
Shine on.